And of course, Marcia, our team here from the US, thank you, welcome. It always feels good to have people come in, especially our host state in Cincinnati. I have Kansas Rivera. Kansas, can you type in where you're from?
Let me share the screen now.
All right, thank you. And please go ahead and put in the chat if you want to comment or anything.
You
And
looking to
after
get
this, we will
healthy?
begin our presentation.
Are you looking to supplement your income without the hassle of selling? Are you looking for a business opportunity with low startup cost? We can help. We know the pain of trying to make ends meet and in wanting the best for you and your family. Our unique consumer club will help you alleviate some of the stresses of painful living and put money in your pocket. How? By switching the brand of highly consumable household products you are already using, from beauty and personal products to healthy beverages and nutritional supplements. By shifting brands to all natural and delicious Uno products, you can earn. If you choose to share or sell, you will earn more. I'm going to share with you the 4 easy steps to get started. Number 1, be one of our business partners by buying a starter pack. 2, learn the business. 3, identify 4 people. And 4, consume, share, or sell 62.5 points a month. Each product has assigned point value. If you're willing to do these 4 easy steps, you can teach these 4 steps to anyone. On the first month, you will earn $120 for a platinum account, but if you choose a global account, you have an earning potential of up to $1,720. On the second month, when you help your 4 bring in their 4, you will earn a minimum of $160 for platinum and $3,840 for global. The 4 people you brought in the first month are now earning what you earned on your first month. On the third month, your 16 people will also bring in their 4 people, so you will have 64 people in your team and you will earn a minimum of $1,280 if platinum and $15,360 if global. In your 4th month, your 64 will also bring in their 4, so that is 256 people. Now let me ask you this before I go on. Do you know all of these 256 people? The answer is no. You only know a few of them, 4 at the minimum. The reason I'm explaining this is because some people think that to make money in this business, you have to bring in hundreds and thousands of people, which is not true. What I'm showing is if everybody follows the system, everybody earns money. Now back to 256 people. You will earn a minimum of $5,120 if you are a platinum, or $17,920 if you have a global account. You max out in your earnings at $17,920 from each of these online stores. Now, the question is, why should I choose global account rather than platinum? Here's why. Global accounts earn 20% bonus from the 4 accounts on the first level and another 5% from the 16 accounts on the second level. Wait a minute. Let's not forget about rebates, up to 29% from your group's total sales volume. Let us assume that the 1,000 people are doing what you taught them to do. Step 4 is share and earn. If these people go beyond consuming and they are selling the products through their online stores, and if they regularly purchase $50 a month, that totals $50,000. Even at 10%, you're looking at $5,000 a month in rebates. You do the math. Now the question is, can I bring in more than 4 people in my first month? The answer is yes. You can earn faster, bigger, and better if you bring in more people. You can also accumulate points in Uno's lifestyle rewards system that you can redeem for gadgets, travel, and luxury car incentives. We will give you the details once you become part of our team. In our company, we want to keep it simple because we believe that simplicity breeds duplicability. And that's the thing that will make this business grow for you and your family. This is how we do it before, and this is how we are doing it in the new normal. What are you waiting for? Start your online business today and be part of the most trending online system that produce local and global leaders.
There you go. Once again, welcome everyone. I want to special mention Kansas Rivera from Saudi Arabia. I haven't seen you here before. I'm glad to see you. We have a guest, Michelle Blanco. She actually texted me this morning, and that's what makes me so excited. She said she's bringing some guests. I'm hoping that her guest from Tunisia will be joining. It's called the Hump Day. Wherein Monday you get Monday blues because you're dragging yourself to go to work, and then you put in your hard work on a Monday, and then Tuesday rolls around, and then on Wednesday it's like you need that extra umph to able to finish the day. So how appropriate. It is spring here in the United States. Although our weather is kind of bipolar, it actually snowed yesterday, so we stayed home, and but we got really productive. So everyone there, please comment about the weather. I know, this is our common ground. How's the weather out there where you are? It is, I think it's how many degrees is it in the in Cincinnati, Daddy? How cold is it? And then you can put in the chat. I want to also welcome, let me see, Ruth from Lebanon, Missouri. I see another stranger here that I have not seen before, Saina Su. Whoever you are, can you just put in the chat to let us know if you're a first timer or you've been here before. Without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but please go ahead and keep typing in the chat. I want to formally welcome everyone as we continue with our presentation. So this is the presentation that we do every Wednesday. It happens here. We host it from our nice city in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the Midwest. So I urge everyone to please turn on your video if you can. I know most people, this is a working day. We have to plan about having something like this in the evening when people are in the comfort of their homes. But please turn on your video if you can. Mute your microphone. Type your name and location so you know where you are. And if you're a new invite, please go ahead and type new invite so the team here can welcome you properly. And if this is the first time you're here, I want you to please keep an open mind. I know you probably have heard negative things about Uno to begin with, or maybe about multi-level marketing. And so whatever those mindset that you have right now, just leave it at the, leave it somewhere, park it, and have an open mind. If you have any questions at the duration of our presentation, please go ahead and type it. The people that are here is going to try to answer your questions, and if not, we'll find the answers for you. Fair enough? So I want you to know this happens at 10 o'clock here a.m. in Cincinnati and in the US. Note the time zones because it is a global company. So in Nigeria, it's 3 p.m. So I just want you to make sure that when you do invite, when you feel confident that you want to bring in somebody to hear this wonderful opportunity, please go ahead and tell them the right thing. Okay. We also have presentations like this on Thursdays at 7 p.m. in the Philippines. And that is headed by our partner, Michael and Kelly Tablan. And it happens to be like tomorrow, they are highlighting. Is this still right, Kelly? You having Wilson Tolentino for?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
because
So keep in mind that on Thursdays, it's because it was Holy Week, so you rescheduled it. So you're going to have him tomorrow. For those who don't know, Wilson Tolentino, he is actually a millionaire, and he was in UAE for the longest time, established Uno, and then decided, I'm going to go back home to the Philippines and build me something that I really like. So he's got a restaurant in his hometown to give back to his hometown, and he also has a car wash because he fancies watching different cars, sports car, all kinds of cars. So he's living the life. So make sure that if you have invites in the Philippines, go ahead and stay tuned tomorrow. Okay. Now in this segment, we're going to talk about Miss Kelly is going to lead facilitation about reporting from the field. Miss Kelly, please go right ahead.
yes, this is a portion where we talk about news that we can use, reporting from the field, share something about your country, news, or even happening about Uno Premier. So let me start with the Philippines. Again, in the Philippines, we will have our upcoming election, the presidential, senatorial, and local election, this coming May 9. So there have been a lot of campaigning events. People, even online, are really busy campaigning for their favorite candidates. So, Ms. Bronwyn, you mentioned you have something to share about the elections.
Yeah, I just want to express that it is election season, and we have so many issues and so little time, and I cannot help subscribing to what's going on in the Philippines. And I know you're very, very active in the political world in endorsing the right candidates. And I just want to take the opportunity to emphasize that: do you really, most people vote because of the influence or they know the person. And I really want, at least you, Miss Kelly, because you are at the front line, to express to them how important it is to vote the right person to push the not their agenda, but the agenda of the masses. Because here in the United States, people really do not, and I've been involved with the political organizing, they do not value their votes. Like, some people don't go out and vote. So we have to push them to go out, provide transportation, feed them, and all that. So if you can just elaborate a little bit, what's the reality in the Philippines, and how is it going for everyone?
Well, actually, personally, I am not really actually a political person. It's just that I'm just supporting a person I know who have been helping our our organization, because I'm one of the officers in a solo parent association in our community. So that one candidate who's running for councilor has been helping us since last year, and then I know that he'd been like having some volunteer work since pandemic. So, however, a lot of Filipinos actually are very engaged about their candidates. Some even arguing about it. They said they actually say, if you post your favorite president, wait until you will be unfriended in Facebook, because some people really take it personally. But we have to respect everyone, whoever they want to vote, because some people have been influenced by the history, or some people are really um eager to have change. So we really have to respect everyone, because we all have different opinions and different beliefs. So that is what what's my view about election. How about you, Miss Bronwyn?
Well, I'm always a proponent for candidates that represents a greater good, depending on what the issues are. So um, the more people are aware about the issues that impact the majority, advocate for, people that are aging. Healthcare is a big issue. Just adequate funding and equitable funding for everyone, and here United States is huge. As everyone would know, there's like 50 states and 50 different needs. Some densely populated in New York, they have no problems with transportation, whereas people in Texas, it's hard. Even simply transporting students to their school is a big so I can really go on and on about that, but yeah, I just thought, to pause a little bit and think about what are the issues that people have in mind, not to be, not to belabor politics, but it's all connected because people are suffering, people are broken. So it's important that if you have that one power to influence the laws that are being implemented, and that's by voting, please go ahead and use that power, because that is powerful. Miss Kelly, you can call on other folks. Maybe we'll take one more and then we can continue. Thank you so much.
Agree. All right. So anyone else here who wants to share something about their country, their state, or any news about
It-
Uno Premier? Yes,
It's me,
please.
Aurora.
Go, Aurora.
First of all, good morning, everyone. We're here again, meeting together as business partners all over the world. I don't know who's there, but welcome. So, news here in California in terms of community, we are trying to really uh, get closer in here in Sacramento. Children are the ones that we're really trying to protect, because there are two incidents that in downtown Sacramento. I know this is not a good news, but there are, I don't know if they are crazy or something, that they have psychological issues, that when they open the vicinity or the open California, that you now can go out and they're just start shooting. So it's scary. So first of all, we always have to pray for our community when that comes, because of we've been like kind of confined inside. So now that we are out, we just not gonna blow off. So that is because COVID now is really low here, and most people are all vaccinated, mostly. But so now you can go out. Even there are stores here that you don't need to have wear mask anymore. So people are free to go. People now can go to the park and everywhere. But it's just they are confined for a long time. Their feelings are kind of like burst out. So we're good here. And also with Uno, we are still trying to kind of meet that target for 5 directs to global. And we're trying to get it down to our downlines. So working on that, because last month I become global, my main account. And now we're working on our downlines. So one by one, we're trying to really meet it, because we're trying to get our 3 or our accounts to be global. Isn't that very nice to start here in United States if your accounts are really on the on the right foot? So when we bloom, hey, who's making money? The ones that are set right. So I encourage for those that are not there yet, you still have the time. Please make sure that your account, your main account, become a Premier USA flag. I mean, not a plug, but let's just, that is what we really have to work on. And Sacramento is trying to, we're having a plan that we really have to make Uno known. So one at a time, we don't have to be very, aggressive with it because it's very hard for now, but one at a time, we're trying to encourage people to kind of look at it in a different way. So that's who we are here in California. We thank you so much. And we'll be tuning in every Wednesday. Hey, I'm trying to encourage us, supposed to be having a guest, but all of a sudden she don't want to answer the phone. But anyway, we're not going to give up. We are survivor. Amen. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly.
Yeah.
Give you back this.
Thank you, Aurora.
Thank you.
You're blooming and in love, I know. Congratulations again.
And
Also,
my dog.
also, Jeneline shared something on the chat. She said one wise vote is impactful for the future of the young generations. So be wise and read and get involved. Yes, we must do our part because one vote is really important and will make an impact for our country. All right. Anyone else or Miss Bronwyn, maybe we can proceed.
Well, we can go ahead and proceed, and I want you to guys go ahead, and if you feel like reporting something that may be of interest to us, please go ahead and type it in the chat. Your input is valuable, so because we want to stay connected. Yes, one vote is really important, and I cannot stress that enough. I remember the people power in the Philippines. So if any one of you just go ahead and Google people power in the Philippines, you're going to realize and you're going to cry. I mean, that just dates how old I am, but it's very impactful, and it really impacts me, personally, because I've seen it happen. Then I come here in the United States and people just do not care to vote, most of them. I'm like, do you know what it means if you don't vote? So stop complaining about the potholes, So who we are, let's talk about why you're here. So you're here because there's a wonderful opportunity that we're offering. And it's not only in your neck of the woods, it also is a global opportunity. That's why you are here among several countries here. Saudi Arabia is represented. We have the Philippines and Tunisia, and we are in Nigeria. You're going to find out more about that. So UNO is a beauty, health, and wellness global corporation that started in the Philippines in 2007. We did so well during that time that we have a presence in 21 countries and 11 international offices and across 4 continents. We have so far created over 3,000 millionaires. And we're super branded, we're halal certified. The thing is that we have to remember, when they got started in 2007, it was just for the local market. And the opportunity presented itself that they decided that they are gonna roll it out to the global market. And I wanna thank you, overseas foreign workers. I know this is not a common household name for some people, that some of the Americans here probably have not heard about the unsung heroes, the overseas foreign workers, in which they are, while we celebrate and enjoy the comfort of our home and being close to our loved ones, the OFWs, depending on the current situation, celebrate that in foreign countries, okay? The OFWs, or expatriate stories, you hear over and over again. As a matter of fact, they are read and viewed in movies, television series, teleseria. And so my perception is that nothing has been done about improving their lives and their families for over 30 years, but UNO made that happen. The fact that, hey, you know what? We are tired of shipping our people from the Philippines to Saudi Arabia, to Hong Kong, to Kuwait, to the United States, to Europe. Why don't we send products, all natural products that will stimulate the economy and bring them home? And so this is actually what's happening. A lot of people are products of broken families because of the situation. The fact that the economy in the Philippines was so bad that the only solution was to ship our new graduates. So I'm sharing this because I want you to know that the UNO campaigns that we're actually doing, we were going to be spending most of our time making sure that OFWs have the opportunity to realize their dreams through the project, to send them home back to the Philippines, to celebrate life celebration, to see their parents, to connect with their loved ones and their children. So if you all know, OFWs in these countries are from Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, United States, Italy, Spain, everywhere. Even, and they are the staff on cruise ship. They're the ones taking care of other people's children. They are architects, they're engineers, they're doctors. So these are like high caliber people that other nations are experiencing. So maximizing on their services on the backs of their families. So I want to thank UNO for having an opportunity that these people are able to go home to the Philippines. And the people that we're going to thank are Irby Chua, William Barbo, and Oliver Chua. These people have a combined experience in multi-level marketing and product development for over 30 years. So let me tell you a little bit more about Irby Chua is really good in product development, product enhancement, and also to make sure that all the products that are presented and being distributed are top notch. So he makes sure that he attends all of the world conferences to technology on product development. Well, Oliver Chua specializes in operations. So he's the one responsible for making sure that our online operations are up to par. And he is very innovative, and he is the one to thank for, because a lot of people are really experiencing the growth of online marketing and online presence and online stores. William Barbo is our wonderful president, my president, our president. He is the leadership. He has the servant leadership qualities. He is very, very friendly. If you happen to have an opportunity to meet with him, he's got an open door policy. You can tell him everything, good news, bad news, and he's going to point you to the right direction to resolve that. And he will follow up with you. That's how wonderful he is. Now, these three gentlemen, they've been friends for a long, long time, and they have participated in a lot of multi-level efforts and built organizations through global companies. But over time, they decided every time they build an empire, it falls apart. Every time, whether the products are not available or the practices are not acceptable, or simply the company folded. So they huddled up as friends, and then they decided, you know what? This is not working for all of us. Why don't we build an UNO, one organization that we have complete control over its destiny, how to build it, build strategies, and no one will ever experience what we've experienced. So that's exactly what they did. They put their heads together and came up with UNO. Rightfully so, over the years, here are the certifications that we're really proud of. The fact that we are super branded, halal certified for our Muslim brothers and sisters. We are Food and Drug Administration certified in all of the countries that we are distributing the products. We are also International Standards Organization certified. What this means that there's this member organization consisting of 60 countries in Geneva, Switzerland, who actually make sure that anybody who's got this seal of certification goes through a really rigorous documentation to make sure that their business practices, the working environment of their people, the products are up to par with their qualities. So this is a boasting rights for most people, for all of us, as we talk. Just to quickly talk about our products, these are the really portable sachets packed with super nutrition. Cappuccino, let me go back there, actually is the number one product that is being sold in Africa. Our brothers and sisters in Africa love this so much that they get shipped in crates and crates. Fit Right to help with diabetes. I'm going to go through this quickly. The fact is, the products that you see here are really top notch. They are available in all of the countries that we have an office. We have health and beauty products. We only have one toothpaste. We have 3 different kinds of soap, beauty soaps. We also have 1 set of shampoo and conditioner. All of these products are available. As you know, you are what you eat. And the role of our supplements is to fill the gap of what you are missing every single day. People are very, very busy. So we tend to skip meals, or we overindulge on food that is not good. So we offer skin care, personal care, and health and wellness products. This is what our offices look like in West Insula in Quezon City. It is beautiful. You walk in and you can see that it lends itself for closing deals. Now, for an average consumer, they probably would not want to care about what the offices look like. But for somebody who is interested in the small percentage and interested in expanding into a business or being an entrepreneur, this is the place to bring them. You look at this, as you can see, there is an executive cafe that only top earners can actually step foot in. So, but if you actually want to send people over there in the Philippines, all you need to do is call somebody who invited you, or the grand leader, and they will make sure that you have a wonderful experience. They serve you a little coffee, they will serve you the prime juice samples of our top-notch products, and they will serve you mini sandwiches. It's really an overall great experience. I've been there, I enjoyed it, but watch it. When you go there, you make sure that you are decent, because they're not going to accept anybody who's got cut off shorts or, showing off too much flesh. So this is, there is a business attire that is required before you step into these offices. The offices worldwide are similar to this. So rest assured, if you decide to invite somebody in Nigeria or in the US, this is the type of setting that you're going to expect. Okay. Now, we talked about how we've expanded. And again, thank you for the unsung heroes, the OFWs. That is actually built the Philippine economy. We're talking about 2.2 million OFWs who sends in by way of remittances to the Philippines in the tune of $34 billion a year. So now we are waking up, we tell our stories. So we have started building in other countries. As you can see, the ones that that are regular hosts for our OFWs, the Middle East, they have offices there. We have offices in Nigeria. We have a fulfillment center in Las Vegas, which is very intentional because millions of people actually visit Las Vegas. And we have a small operation here in the Midwest in Ohio. That's where most of our US members are that are in this Zoom. We are run by volunteer distributor team who is very, very passionate about the product. So rest assured, if you decide to want to send people in any of this location, just talk to the people who invited you, and we will give you some information on how to get there. Okay. Now, it's a fact that we're conquering the global market. We are now, we have active members. The last time I checked, even within the structure of the Red Lions, the RGS X4, Warren Trinidad is saying under his structure, we're talking about 700,000 members and distributors. That is huge. Last time I heard, the last sales sales rally. We are a membership is in the tune of 2 million worldwide. So isn't it great if you become part of our organization? So we have a total of 13 international offices all across 4 continents. And this data here, I've been asking to get updated, but I feel like we're holding stable because, as you know, for the past 2 years, we've had some challenges with COVID. And because our company was very quick in implementing other alternatives to make sure that our distributors still are able to withstand the impact of COVID through online stores, this is where we are right now. We are in the Philippines. We are in the United States. We launched in 2015 at the Beverly Hills, California, and we continue to build. It is challenging here in the U.S. because there's a lot of competition, but we are not. We're not backing out. We will continue to do that, especially now that there are more and more active members in different parts of the United States. Aurora, in California alone, we're talking 1.4 million Filipino Americans. And that's just talking Filipino Americans. So the market is huge. Look at this. This is what it looks like in Hong Kong, in Nigeria, United Arab Emirates, and in the US. In Hong Kong, I want to thank most of the members there. Most of them are women, if you look closely. And they are the ones who actually spent a lot of time using the products, endorsing the products, and giving us some tricks and tips to enhance more combination of product here and there. And so they are beautiful. So I really thank them for being who they are. Paul Cheng is the one responsible, and his wife, Leslie. They built Hong Kong. We don't have a lot of people here from Hong Kong, but there's some other days they do come in droves. So if you have any prospects in Hong Kong, there is presence there. Look at Nigeria. In Nigeria, we are now pushing to relaunch Nigeria. COVID, they got really hit by COVID. But in spite of that, you have to remember, if some people that have been with UNO for a while, they have been top earners for many, many years, and they still are up there when it comes to premier accounts. These people here, you take a look at them. They are engineers, they are pharmacists, they are microbiologists, and doctors, and they love our products. They especially love our coffee. UAE, United Arab Emirates, Wilson Tolentino built that city, or built that group. And among other people like Julie Pathai, which I don't think she is here today. But the fact that you know how stringent the laws there are. So when you think about it, if a Filipino company penetrated UAE, that speaks volume. If you look at this picture here, you can see that it seemed to be and the United Nations. You know, we have Pakistanis, we have Arabs, and they just come together for a common goal, you know, to be healthy, and they love our products. So I want to thank Wilson Tolentino for that, the testimonies that built up that we can refer to. And of course, here we are in the United States, here in Cincinnati. We are still pushing it and pushing it. And with God's grace, we are going to make it with the support of other distributors in New York and California, and the ones that are staying active, and also in Missouri. So take a look at this. This was, I took a snapshot from our last anniversary event online. These are the countries that have presence of distributors and products. So when I say global company, they are a global company, and we can reach out huge market if you really focus on it. We're coming up with another big event in June, our anniversary, and we would have been, that's going to be our 15 years that UNO have been in existence, and we are still going strong. When you decide to become part of our, be partner of UNO, we offer all these different kinds of trainings. And one of them is a consultation with our good doctor, Dr. Rick. We also have Jericho Mendoza. We are now feeding it Facebook Live. Unfortunately, for those people that are non-Tagalog speakers, this becomes a barrier. But still, there's still great information here. Until we establish a solid structure for non-Filipino speakers, this is what we have. But I do have good news. Oh, you're going to hear more about e-training when Jeffrey Brewster tells you about how to work your business. But I do want to call your attention to our very, very first global product training that's being presented by Rowena Villegas Denzo. That's happening tonight here in the United States. It's 9 p.m. So it's our food supplement orientation, where you're going to learn about the products, the protocols for chronic diseases, and be able to answer questions, specific questions related to your condition, or your friend's condition. So just make sure this is our very first, and I really hope that it's well attended. And the greatest thing is it's in English. So do not hesitate to invite your foreign prospects and people that are non-Tagalog speakers. Okay, so take note of that. Also, an opportunity presents itself, and I'm really amazed that they have been very generous. The digital mentors decided that they're going to offer an all English e-com training. So I want you guys to take a note of this. If you have downlines that are having difficulty understanding what e-com is, this is the first, well, actually the second, but this is the first in a couple of years that they're offering this. They can only take 50 people, so please make sure to reach out to somebody. Take this information here. We want to meet the quota, so we make sure that this happens. When you do take this e-commerce training, what's going to happen is you become part of a group that would come together once a week for about an hour to share best practices, to troubleshoot whatever you have encountered as you build your e-commerce business. This is the best that's available in the market. It is very inexpensive, and when you register, it comes with products. Okay, our contact for this is Aurora Hudson from California. So go ahead and make sure you chat with her and offer the information so we all can hang out again with the US and other countries, okay? One Lifestyle, this, you've seen the video about this. This is being introduced in the Philippines and also in other countries. Eventually, this is gonna make it here in the United States. So I'm hoping that's gonna happen fairly soon. Remember that, there are people who build the business and bringing in people. There are also people who don't care about building or even be bothered with people. So this caters to people that are direct sellers, that they just want to make money. So that's something to look forward to. It's already going on in the Philippines, and eventually it's going to go in other states. Okay, our products are top notch, that it made it to our Philippine Pharmaceutical Directory. What does this mean? That means like 30,000 doctors and medical practitioners actually will refer to this book, and our products are in it. Our products are not only supplemental, they are therapeutic. So if you want to explore on that, you can actually request a copy of that, and then you are going to see how wonderful our products are. I want to showcase the products that are available here in the United States, except for NutriFab. They're still trying to get it back, but I'm very confident that they will. These products you can outright sell if you are in the United States and make the direct sales commission. They just introduced 4 of these, the cryptogenic grapeseed extract and virgin coconut oil over the past year. And we have waited for this because these are flagship products in the Philippines, and actually is instrumental in building the empire of UNO. So we are so blessed here in the United States to have access to these wonderful products. And I also, I decided to add a slide here. I want you to take a look at it. I want to highlight a product, virgin coconut oil. Virgin coconut oil is nature's antibiotics, but this is what I really wanted to share. It is spring here in the United States, and then there's a lot of pollens, and people get their allergies, and some things. It's really challenging. So the blisters look like this, as you can see. And if you actually, this is a tip. If you actually pierce it and squeeze out coconut oil from it, because it's 1,000 milligrams of coconut oil, you can apply it to rashes. You can apply it to, to your skin and have that supple consistency like lotion. So I just decided, I looked at this and I said, you know what, this is what we are missing sometimes in our presentation, highlighting at least one product. And as you can see there, it's an overall good product for skin, hair, and nails. The one other thing that I must highlight, Doug and I, we met with one of our church brother, and who happens to be going through painful growth spurts. And so what I do is I send a note to Jericho Mendoza, who happens to be the head nutritionist in the Philippines. And we've been friends. I've met him actually when I came to the Philippines. And I said, hey, I got somebody who's going through this painful growth spurts in his heel, and he's wearing a boot. So I said, like, what can you recommend? My thinking from hearing the FSO over and over is Santa 8 Berries is powerful, and virgin coconut oil combination for Santa 8 Berries for inflammation, and virgin coconut oil for pain. And, I'm just so proud of myself. He came back, as you know, this is the date. This is today's date. So a couple of hours ago, he responded just like that. And he said, Santa 8 Berries, virgin coconut oil taken 3 times a day will alleviate the inflammation and the pain. So that's how it works. This is what to expect when you become part of our team. Okay, now I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to invite Jeffrey Brewster to talk about the many ways to work the business. Again, if you have any questions, put in the chat. Jeffrey Brewster, you're on.
Well, thank you so much, and good day, and welcome to our global business partners around the world and our prospective business partners who are joining us for the first time today. Our mantra with Uno Premier is building people and building business. And Mama Aurora, our business partner in California, USA, earlier stated, it is very important for us to begin to position our business for growth and maximal financial advantage. And that is so critical. So people, let's start talking about how to build our business. And it begins with people, just like you and myself. We're still in the midst of a pandemic, right? But there are certain things that we need to do to fortify not only our immune system, but just our basic health and our basic hygiene. And so that's where it really begins. And it begins with our model that we call profitable consumerism. Now, I know this sounds like an oxymoron. How can you be a consumer and still make a profit? Because that just doesn't happen all the time. We spend money, we spend money, we spend money as consumers, but we don't make money. Well, with our system, it is just the opposite. The more we spend, the more we make. Let me give you an example of how that simply works. I said, it begins with you and I. Let's talk about what we consume and do on a daily basis. Think about it. You brush your teeth, you wash your face, you moisturize your skin, you drink a cup of coffee, and you have a glass of juice. Many of us do this every day. But if we're not doing this and consuming our own products, we're cheating ourselves. It's just that simple. As an Uno distributor, you are representing all of those wonderful products that Mom Bronwyn has just delineated for us. So if you're not consuming them, you're cheating yourself. And that's where our business begins. You know, if you do those 5 things that I've just said on a daily basis, you're more than halfway there. As a matter of fact, you're only 6.87 points away from achieving our 62.5 target benchmark. Let me explain. When we practice profitable consumerism, we cut out that middleman. And when we cut out the middleman, we also cut out the supply chain. The supply chain, that group of individuals that are between the manufacturer and us as the consumer, you know, they add a cost. We have the distributors, the wholesalers, the marketers, the advertisers and the promoters, and then the retailers. And by the time that product gets to us as a consumer, it often costs 2 to 3 times the cost to manufacture it. Well, that cost we consider savings because that savings is rebated back to us as consumers. For everything we purchase, remember, every time we brush our teeth, wash our face, moisturize our skin, drink a cup of coffee, or have a glass of juice, we're earning 5% back. And as we build our team, we have the potential to earn up to 29% back. Now imagine you are a consumer doing these things every day and earning up to 29% back. That's profitable consumerism. But as we build our business, it gets even better because when our consumer club, with our investment team, we have a one-time investment. There are no annual fees, and there really are no mandatory minimums. Once you become a distributor and a business partner, you are a business partner for life. And I will say a global business partner. But it gets even better. Let's go on. I want to show you how the opportunity really can be magnified. You know, today, the fastest growing segment in our economy is direct retail selling. Look at a company like Amazon. They are leading the way. And as you can see from this graph, when we talk about direct retail sales, that line is constantly increasing. And today it is exponentially shooting straight up. Now, a lot of that has to do with the pandemic and how global business has shifted. But guess what, my friends? It's not going to change. This is now the way that we do business, and it will be the way that we do business going forward. So when you talk about positioning your business, let me ask you, where are you with direct retail sales? When we look at our business by sales by category, look at what is at the top of the leaderboard: wellness products. Now you tell me, are we in the right place at the right time with the right stuff? Yes, we are. Wellness products is what we specialize in. And we again have the opportunity to maximize direct retail selling, not in a local market, but in a global market. Let me explain a little further. When you're in business, one of the things that you're going to look for are your profit margins. Are you simply making money? Now let's talk about profit margins. Profit margins are those dollars that are represented by what you pay for it versus what you charge for it. And the difference is your profit. And we call that a profit margin. Here in the US, when we look at food supplement items, the average profit margin is anywhere from 15 to 22%. But if you look at our screen here, you can see that our profit margins for some of our products are anywhere from 22 to 40%, depending on your level of investment in the company. But even starting at 22% profit margins. Look at how much you can earn in a short period of time. Now, when I say a short period of time, I'm talking about this can be a monthly sale. If you're working direct retail selling to the maximum, this could be a weekly profit for you. This is the opportunity that I share with you today with direct retail selling. But guess what? Big profit margins are only part of the story, because here is where our opportunity gets the greatest. We have one of the best e-commerce platforms of any networking company on the globe. Why? Because our company has put us at the forefront of direct retail selling. Remember, I greeted you as a global business partner because that is our opportunity. Let me tell you how simply it works. As a distributor, you will get your own e-commerce store. That's right, your own online store. You will direct your customers directly to your store where they can purchase right online. Our Uno management will validate that purchase. They will confirm the purchase with your customer. They will then package and drop ship those products directly to your customer's door. You have no inventory to manage, no accounting, no processing fees. It's an absolute turnkey system. Now, I challenge you, for the minimal amount of money to invest in this opportunity, you cannot beat what we're offering. The opportunity to be a global entrepreneur right from the gate. It is that simple, but it even gets better. With our e-commerce platform, there are no territorial boundaries. There are no limits. Have you ever considered really maximizing the opportunity globally? We do so in our own locale, in our own provinces, in our own states, in our own countries. But with our e-commerce system, we have the opportunity to build international accounts. Here's how you can really start right today and build your business right here in the United States. You know, in the United States, we have representatives from every country on the globe. So I am sure you have family here, you have friends here, you have colleagues here. Why not share this opportunity with them? It becomes as simple as this. We have established an Unopreneur Center right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and created a website just for distributors like you. We invite you to go to healthydays365.store. You too can order right there online, and we will drop ship anywhere in the continental United States and Canada to the doorstep of your family member, your friend, your coworker, your colleagues around the world. This is the opportunity that Uno offers us today, to become global entrepreneurs. Does that sound exciting? Well, maybe the next phase of our business will even excite you more, because this is where we really have the opportunity to build wealth. We're talking about multi-level marketing or network marketing. Remember, this is the foundation of our company. We are network marketers at heart and by what we do. You know, network marketing is an industry unto itself, but it is also the foundation of every business practice on the face of this earth. Think about it. Network marketing is essentially me connecting to you, you connecting to a customer. Well, is that not what we do in business? No matter what business it is, if we don't have customers, we don't have a business. We simply have a hobby. That is the essence of network marketing. Let me just give you a quick snapshot here, because the earnings are even more fantastic. If you work the system, and remember, we heard in a video earlier that there is no secret to success, but there is a system to success. And our system, what we call our 4x4 system, your upline or the person who invited you here will share in more detail what this system is all about. But I guarantee you, if you work our system the way that it has been proven to produce thousands of millionaires around this globe, look how much you can potentially earn in just a 5-month period, up to $18,000, again, depending on your level of investment. But even at the smallest investment, $11,000 in a 5-month period working our system is a fantastic opportunity. So how are you building your business today? First, it begins with building you, begin building me, and then positioning our business for maximal growth and maximal success. I'm going to ask my upline and business partner, Douglas Payne, to take us on a deeper dive because there are yet more opportunities through our robust compensation plan. Doug?
Unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now? Thank you so much. Hi, guys. You know, Jeffrey went over a lot. Thanks, Jeff, once again. He briefly, talked about ways of earning. I want to go back over some of those ways of earning. He said that there was no boundaries. That means we're all over the world. You can work the business actually anywhere with the computer and or a phone, okay? I mentioned profitable consumerism, no mandatory minimums. You can earn as much as you want. It's pandemic free. There's a lot of things that he said. He mentioned Uno Shop, back office, your own store, okay? I wanted to go into a couple of different ways that you can actually earn. Direct selling, referral bonuses. Please go back, Bronwyn. Matching bonuses, even your uni-level bonus, multi-level. He did mention. I will not get into global profit sharing. I'll take you back to, I'll refer you back to whoever brought you. There's a Reward Plus program, and of course the inheritance policy. You may proceed. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The actual first and easiest way to earn is a direct referral, okay? You actually earn cash for every friend and or family member that you sponsored or bring into the business, okay? $20 is what you would earn for a platinum, okay? A platinum package costs $380, okay? $60 is what you would get for a Premier Plus earner or a Premier Plus referral. That package costs $1,140 or $1,140. $120 is what you would earn for an Elite Plus. That package costs $2,280, and our biggest package, which is the Global Plus, which once again, Aurora mentioned earlier, and Jeff did as well. That package costs $240. This is just the direct referral compensation that you would get for just buying a package and or referring a friend or family member. Okay, please proceed now. All right, on this screen, this is your matching bonus. We talked about ways that you can earn on the other side, 20, 60, 120, 280. Well, on this one, they're gonna double it. That's why they call it a matching bonus. You earn a matching bonus each time you pair. So let's go to the blue where it says platinum or PL, okay? Instead of the 20, you would earn 40, okay? As well as on the next level, your Premier, you would earn up to $120 for that pair. And then the Elite in yellow, you would earn up to $240 for pairing that one. And then finally, your Global up to $480. Okay. Now there's something that I want you to know as you earn. Let's go back to the blue. Please go back to the light blue where it says PL on the left-hand side. You get 150 PV or point value right up under the blue man, okay? For every platinum person that you bring in, as well as when you match, you get another 150, okay? Now, if you go down to the Premier in red, you see that you get 450 PV. These figures become important in what I'm going to tell you next, okay? Your Elite will earn you 900 a piece for both point value. And then your G for Global, even though you can't see it on my grid, will earn you 408. Is that right? No, 1,800. So 900 for the yellow, 1,800 for your Global. Okay, now let's proceed a little bit and going to the right-hand side where it says progressive income for your first 10 matches. Well, what does that mean? Remember, we started off at $20 on the other grid, and then now we go to 40 on this grid. Well, what they're saying is that once you make this grid and you get 10 matches, progressive income starts on your 11th match. Once you get up to your 11th match, you never go back. You will always earn 40, 120, 240, and 480 every time you match from then on, okay? Income varies based on the point value of the package. Well, remember I said your point value would be 150 for the one in blue and 450 for the one in red. Well, that's what they're talking about. Your income will vary based on the package that you bring in, either left or right-hand side. Now you can proceed, Ms. Brown. Let me explain just a little further. Now, I didn't want to go through this grid because some of the new people that are in the group, however, I will highlight it just briefly, okay? When it says income based on packages, remember when I said you have a left and a right-hand side? Well, on the left-hand side, just think, you brought in a platinum. Remember I said platinums are 150 PV. And on the right-hand side, you brought in an Elite. Well, Elites are 900 PV. So on a left with platinum 150 and an Elite with platinum 900, you would earn the lesser of the two. Now, remember I told you that you would earn $40 for a platinum, 120 for an Elite, 120 for a Premier, 240 for an Elite. In this case, the lesser of the two between the platinum and the Elite, they're going to give you the platinum amount, which is $40. Same thing for your Global on the one side, and you brought in nothing on your other side. All they did was bring down the amount that you earned from the Elite the last time, the 900 PV, and they took away 150 from your platinum, which carried over 750. They just used 450. Since you got something on your left for 450, they used another 450 on your right. Well, that's going to pay you 120. You can do this every day, all day. Okay, and they'll pay you up to 40, 120, 240, or 480. I mean, there is a maximum mandatory amount that you can make per day, but we don't need to get into that. Okay, you can proceed. I hope I didn't confuse you, but on these transactions, they pay in cycles. You actually get 2 cycles per day, okay? They'll pay out up to a certain amount, which I will not get into that, okay? They will let you do a maximum PV of encoding at least 5 platinums in one cycle. Now that's up to 750 PV. You can do that twice to get 1,500 PV, but that will pay you out. You can do Premier, that's 6 platinums, or Elite, that's 7, or Global, that's 8. You can play with money all day long. It depends on the package that you bring in, and that's what you get paid. This can be very confusing But when you join the business and you start bringing in people, you will see how you earn money. Thanks, Bronwyn. You can proceed. The next way of earning, not as confusing as the last, direct matching bonus. This is what they call guaranteed income. You actually earn a direct royalty bonus starting at 10%, of course, with your platinum, the dark blue one, up to 20% for every one or every account that you bring in. So let's look at that. 10% for every platinum earner, 15% for every Premier Plus package that you bring in, 20% for every global. That's the G over here is global, and an additional 5% on your second level. So you see that you started out with you on your global at the top, and they gave you 20% for each global. Well, they're going to give you another 5% if you bring in another global on top of that. You can earn up to 25% on this grid, which they call a direct royalty, by not doing anything but just bringing in people. That's another way to earn. Okay, let's proceed. Ms. Bronwyn. Give her just a moment. Thank you. All right, here's another one. Lifestyle rewards. Nothing you do. Okay, these are earned every time you get 5 pairs. We talked about a pair, one on the left, one on the right. We talked about it. You do 5 of those, you earn a point. You do 10, you earn another point. You do 15, that's another point. And 20, that's another one, okay? Well, what do you do with all these points? Well, they turn into things. They turn into things like lifestyle rewards, like travel rewards, like gadgets, handbags, phones, laptops, things like that. Shoes. The list goes on and on. You're allowed to pick what you want based on the amount of points that you earn. Okay? Some people have taken luxury trips, business trips with these bonuses. Okay? And once again, these are given to you every time you go up in increments of 5 when you match. Okay, let's proceed, Ms. Brown. My favorite screen. And once again, we can't see the bottom of the percentages, but we're okay, okay? The screen, let's go to the far left where it says you. Well, that's you. And what they say next to it is in the gray for that 5%, just you being a distributor will make 5% on everything that you purchase. Doesn't matter. Well, wait a minute. What if you brought in somebody? Well, that's what that 1 is under you. They'll give you 3% for everything they do. Well, what's the 2 for? Well, you brought in somebody else under him, an additional 4%. Okay, you get the message. But on this grid, they will go up to 15%. Now, if my math is not correct, it's okay. But you get the ideal that the percentages that you can earn on this first level in gray can go down to your 4th level. You with me? Now let's go further. Maybe let's take the red level. The red level, we'll go up to a ruby. We went 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 levels over. You're earning money all the way, but you can go down to your 8th level and get up to somewhere around 19 or 20 or 22%. Going over to the diamond level, oh, there we go. You can get up to 29%. Okay, that's just being a diamond executive, letting people come in through your business and work the business alongside with you. You want to make sure that you get people you like. Okay, people that are going to work the business with you. That will earn you up to 29% being a diamond. Okay, it doesn't stop there. They've added 2 more colors. We'll get those grids shortly, I'm sure. But there's even a black and something else. I have no idea what the color is, but I do know that it goes up to 45%, 45 and 50%. Okay, this is a lucrative business. one last thing I wanted to say in closing, okay? We mentioned this business right here, the new uni-level compensation. There's also, they allow you to go up to 15 accounts. Remember that grid that Jeff showed you where it said that you can make up to $17,000 in 5 months and you can't go any higher? Well, try to do that by 15 accounts. That's $204 something thousand that you can make for just having 15 accounts and going down for 12 months. How about this? Remember the grid that I showed you where you can make up to 240 and 480, okay? And you can get paid twice a day. Let's just take, for example, you're making 280 a day or per cycle, and you can get paid in 2 cycles. You make it up to 560 a day. Well, you times that by 7. That's about $3,900 to $4,000. You times that by 52 for a year. That's another 200,000. Okay, and then there's 15 accounts. 15 accounts pay you 268,000. I mean, everything that I've said was 200,000. You can get up to 750 to $1 million. And then do we ask you to stop? No. This is a no stop, non-max out type of deal. You can go as far and as long as you want. I don't know any other business that will allow you to do that. And you're global. All right. All right. I'll let it go. Thank you so much. Ms. Brown, back to you.
Thank you, thank you. I
Thank
am
you
allowed
so
to
much.
apologize
Thank you so much,
on
Sir
my
Doug.
husband's behalf. He gets really Uno crazy. So can you imagine? I just want to state a personal note for people who do not know. The fact that my husband actually just came back from a transplant, a kidney transplant.
Two.
And he is doing so well. It is the second kidney transplant. And thank God for Uno products and Uno supplements. He bounced back. He is a brand new Doug. And, you know, and I said, like, honey, can we just calm down with Uno? And then he
They
said,
kicked me
no,
out of the
absolutely
hospital.
not. So we're pushing it. You know, my son actually came through to visit us here at the house. I could not say hi to him because we're doing the Zoom. So that's here nor there. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a wonderful opportunity for you to share and to embark on. There's only 4 easy steps. I'm going to go over that really quickly so we can hear our sharer. You know, it comes in packages. Do not be taken aback. Oh my God, it's so expensive, in the tune of $4,560 for an investor package. But just think about this. These packages come with products. So if you are single and you know, you can start off with $380 if you have a small household. And then if you have a larger household, then why don't you just embark on $2,280? It comes with products. So you already get your 100% return of your investment. And of course, if you have a little bit more money, you can invest on a Premier packet, Premier Plus and a Global Plus. The bigger the package, the larger the potential for earning is. Now think about this. The first step is, the second step is to learn the business. And this is exactly what you're doing right now. You get invited to Zoom after Zoom. You can do one-on-one with the people who invited you. And then we come together to share a business model, learn the products, consume the products, and attend these products. And you would have the opportunity to learn more and get excited. Can you imagine if you consume the products and you have a group full of people just raving about the products and you have so much energy? That's the kind of group that you're going to see over and over. For people that are active on Facebook, you see that they're celebrating all the time, especially in the Philippines, of the signups after signups, because this system really works, especially if you consume the products. Consume the products and become the product of your products, because no one can tell the story about you. No one can tell your story better than you can tell your story. And it's always attached to a particular product. Also, I want you to, the step 4 is find those 4 partners. Now, do you have to go far and wide to look for them? Yes, you can. That's an option. But why don't you start looking just in your circle of influence? Your next door neighbor, the people that would loan you money, people that would babysit your kids, people at the church. I'm sure at this time you're thinking about somebody that you want to invite to hear about this business opportunity, or even try the products. Somebody that's hurting, somebody that is broken, lonely, or somebody who simply wants to talk like me. I mean, that fills my void. So I apologize if I talk too much, but I am just so psyched about this whole opportunity. I've been in this going on 5 years and I'm still at it. Very, very simple. Sign up, get the products, start taking the products, attend the business partners meeting, and then you consume and use the products and tell people. Just earning while you're sharing the wonders of our products. And then you find health and business partners. What does that mean? Not everybody wants to build a business. It's fine, because there's 1 or 2% that would just go with this business concept. I found Jeffrey Brewster, and Jeffrey Brewster is conquering the world. Can you imagine? That's my reward right there. Somebody who goes Uno crazy and will go to the end of the earth to tell everybody how wonderful our products, and to come up with these wonderful Uno distributors store at your fingertip, clicking just exclusively for distributors. Whether you have a local account or a premier account, you have access of these products here in the United States, and it will be shipped at your doorstep. So that's one less thing you have to worry about. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the right company. We have the right products. We have the right support system, as you can see. The A16 people that are here, I can tell you about 6 or 7 of these people are so passionate about Uno and want to share and tell everybody how wonderful the system is and how the product is. So that's your support system right here. You can call them cross-line, upline, however you want to call it. The fact is that you have access to us and the people that are here. And that makes you feel good, right? So whether you are a student trying to pay off those loans, or you are an OFW who's stuck somewhere and want a better life for your family, or you retired like me. I am retired, but not expired. I'm going to keep talking about Uno because I have a purpose to wake up in the morning, because I want to tell my story. I want to share my husband's story. There are many of you here in this room that want to tell your story. I encourage people to just chat in here. Put in the chat box, why are you here? Why are you doing Uno? How long have you been doing Uno? And what your vision is? Share with us, because whether you are somebody who just wants to have a wonderful house at the top of the mountain looking over the wonderful view, that is doable through Uno. Or you're somebody who wants fast cars, an electric car, that might be on your wish list. That is doable through Uno. Or you are just somebody who wants to help the world. There's still philanthropists out there. There are people who wants to help people, because I know that there's sufferings all over the world. People, Uno is the answer. Just sit down and think about it. I want a house by the water, that when I wake up in the morning, I have this wonderful view. Yes, Uno will give it to me. What about those people who just wants to travel? Find out what other cultures are doing, the different kinds of food, the environment, how they live, educate yourself, take your children. You cannot live in one spot in the world. You're not going to grow. So think about that. We have partners in UAE. We have partners in Dubai. We have partners all in the parts of the world. One of the perks of being part of Uno is you have an Uno family wherever you go. I happen to pick up people from the airport from Nigeria or from France, and then I get to be a tourist in my own hometown because I want to show them how wonderful Cincinnati is. So this is one of the perks of being part of Uno. So what you're going through, Uno is the answer. Now remember this is really true. Uno is a systemic fix, okay? We all know that 95% of all chronic diseases is caused by the food that we eat. our environment, the lack of the nutrition and the lack of physical activities, our system of care will remind you, have you taken your supplements? Have you taken your walk? Have you exercised? Did you desensitize? Did you go to the spa? All these things, when you become part of a community, we will remind you. Our body, God has designed it to heal itself. Again, remember this, our body is designed by God to heal itself. If you if you eat the right kind of food, our skin replaces, our liver, recreates itself. We just need to give them a little bit of help. So this, don't you think is a great opportunity to be afforded a lifestyle and be healthy at the same time? We all believe that health is wealth. So sign up now. You're still in the fence. We got promotions in all parts of the world. Talk to the person that invited you. In the United States and other countries here that you can see the flag. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You can actually go ahead and let me close this. Something is happening in my, go ahead and sign up and get upgraded for global, when you get 20% on your first level, another 10% on your second level. We have promotions in the United States. You can get more products just simply by signing up. So you please act now, because in most countries, as you know, we're still in the pioneering stages. They're introducing all these different products, all these different programs. Let's do this, because the person that you think would be interested in this opportunity, if you actually wait, that someone else had already talk to them about it. In the United States, we say, when you snooze, you lose. Don't be that person. Build the foundation right now. Act right now. And now we're going to hear more about some, so you get started right now. Even to a point of if you feel you're not ready, write down 4 people that will benefit from this opportunity. Invite them next Wednesday. Invite them next Wednesday. That's all I ask, to hear more about sharing. Our guest sharer is going to be introduced by Kelly. And as you know, the second part of our program is to invite people who have experienced UNO and will tell you what they have, their individual journeys, and encourage you if that's a lifestyle that you want. Miss Kelly, please go ahead and introduce our special guest. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yes, I won't make a long introduction. Let us just wait for him to share his story. So he's the first USA and African American top earner, UAE and USA profit sharing qualifier, also UAE Ruby executive, a consistent top earner, and top earner in Unilevel. So the payaman person of UNO. Let's all welcome Adolphus Bechun.
Wow, when I sat back and think about the accolades, it's not about me, it's always about the people. And just wanted to tell my story, Adolphus Bethune from Richmond, Virginia, but by way of Miami, Florida. So if you think about Florida, there's a lot of nationalities, so you have to deal with that type of stuff. But when I think about me as a person, former engineer, former athlete, like it says, former, I'm just going to say elite athlete, Miss Brownwood and the team did an exceptional job, and I'm just going to say the presentation, talking up. But hey, I'm just so flat out excited about UNO, so flat out excited about the product, so flat out excited about, what we're getting ready to embark upon now. Like it's not just in the US, just all over, meeting people on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, from all over the country. So, this one, like it says, really tell my story, really flat out excited. My story started kind of slow in UNO. I really didn't come into the business to do the business. I was looking for, believe it or not, products, supplements, because I suffered with, and notice how I said it, I suffered with, was hypertension, the buzzword was heart condition, and even PTSD, depression, that type of stuff. So I was looking for a product that, like it says, Asaberry drink that I was getting from, believe it or not, from the US, from another company. But then my wife and her friend was Nelia was like it says, brought me to the meeting for of Uno, and you know, wanted to try the supplements. So I was looking at the supplements, and I'm just going to name a few of the supplements that I tried to help my heart condition, hypertension. The zinc was virgin coconut oil, was the grapeseed. Those are exceptional products, but not just exceptional products. Can you imagine? A lot of people look at me, and I just wanted to ask the audience, how old do you think I am? And I was just here I'm here, believe it or not, sitting here in McDonald's, and just met Akuya from for Cavite. Matter of fact, from Desma was where my family is also was at in Desma for Cavite in the Philippines. So, you know, me and him was sitting talking, and he's like, it says a fake, you know, bodybuilder, for his weightlifter, that type of stuff. He was looking at the supplements, and he ended up settling down with him. Him and his friend Moses are both, you know, fitness people. So, you know, that's my why. I'm just gonna say, I meet people no matter where I go, and I just want to tell everyone about this product. But just like I said, remember I told you about the supplements, the zinc, the grape seed for, you know, the acid berry. But then also, if you check out my complexion, not just only used for, like it says, some of the products, we have deodorant, we have lotion, we have toothpaste, we have, believe it or not, shampoo. And I love, for like it says, the magic cream. If you look at my skin, I use the magic cream all day long. And people say, why? Hey, because if you gotta be of the product, you gotta be a product of the product. So I use them all. So, you know, that's just my wife was just going out, really wasn't looking to do the business, was doing the business because I'm just gonna say, I was looking for a supplement that kind of toned me down from my, for like it says, PTSD, my depression. And that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about enough of, you know, when people go into depression, there are supplements can calm you down. And I found those was within the Uno product. So that's for, like it says, just wanted to say, give a shout out to my team. Like it says, I'm an engineer, civil engineer here, project manager for us. And people say, why aren't you doing the business? Why not? Hey, for us, you know, the show for, like it says, got team members from Nigeria, Cameroon, the US, India, for us, you know, just met for two guys today for us on Facebook from India, from Cameroon, from, you know, the Philippines that doesn't know anything about product. Why? How come? Was, you know, but I normally tell people for is Uno for unlimited network of opportunity. And notice how I said that, unlimited network of opportunity for, and I love the way they say that. But civil engineer here in the UAE was, you know, project manager for, but also want to give a shout out for to my team for the Eagles International for, like this is with was Wilson Filipino was and all that was Eagles was out there, but not just the Eagles out there, was all the Queers and Artes was in the Philippines that's doing this business with speed and boldness. And I'm just gonna say speed and boldness, you know, but just been doing the business Uno since 2016. And just wanted to kind of go to my slides was, and remember what they mentioned, it's about a lifestyle. So we're gonna go ahead and go to my slides and I'll talk about some things was in my slide, you know, and I'll slow it down because my wife just sent me a message, slow down, baby, because I know you always get excited about Uno. And hey, you can't help but get excited about Uno. It's a great company, but great products, but also great people. If you notice, Ms. Brown and the team, we're not, for like it says, on the same team, but hey, we're a family, the Uno family. So just want to give a shout out to the Uno family that's on the call, but also people that want to be involved with Uno. Hey, I'm your product for, like it says, and hey, they are too. So we can go ahead and go to my slides for Ms. Brown one.
Bethune, I was not able to get your slides from Google Drive. I thought I sent you the message. So, Ms. Kelly, were you able to get that from the global download? He put it in the global.
But don't worry about the team because hey, we already know it's about the gadgets. I normally tell people charge it to the head, not to the heart, because hey, sometimes when we started thinking about, you know, trying to do a presentation, sometimes those little gadgets that we have, like, and I'm just gonna say it, PowerPoint, Instagram, or YouTube, just don't work like they are normal. So if the slides don't come up, I can talk you through it. Like I said, no problem. I got my laptop here. You know, if we need to and it's not coming up, Ms. Brown one, I got my slides here so I can kind of talk. And I'll go ahead and go because I don't want to hold people up. You know, when we think about, you know, the business was, we got into this business, at least me, I got into it was to started thinking about my family. So it was 4 categories what I looked at was, you know, gold is like it says, gold is a lifestyle, was whether it's money, you know, you want to buy a house and you want to have some time and freedom. Or maybe that new car like Ms. Brown talked about, you know, that's pretty much was what I always think about when I'm sitting down talking with anyone about this business, their finances, you know, what do they do? Just like I tell them, I'm an engineer for project manager, and people say, why do you do this business? Because, hey, I want to have some second streams of income. And that's really what it's all about. Or I may want to look at, get a, you know, some real estate. And we already know that's where it's at. In the Philippines and the US was, I'm here in the UAE looking for multiple streams of income, whether it's real estate, you know, finances, but then I also want some time freedom, you know, and that's how you can get with the second stream of income. Then when I look at, for let's say you into the fast cars, like for Ferraris, you know, stuff like that, was, I know me, I like the fast cars because I used to be one of those fast guys who was in the track and field, a sprinter. So I like to go fast. So, you know, when they say we got to go do it, I said, let's see if you can hang with me. And I told him, no, tell him that's why I like the fast cars. But then another little key thing when I look at your goals in life, you also maybe want to settle down and save some money, you know. And I'm sure most people are like me when they look at me for when I ask that question, they says for Adolfo or was AB, you're only 45. Believe it or not, no, I'm 62 and I'm proud of it. 62. People look at me, they just had 2 people here was ask me, they said, no, you're 45. I said, hey, this is what the products can do for you too. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Up my slides, okay? We can go to the slide that has the money on it, savings and retirement. And like I said, for, you know, we, you know, getting ready to, you know, retire for maybe for some of us. So you maybe want to have a second stream of income, or you want to, like it says, you know, you got your kids in college, just like I normally tell people for college saving. And how do you do that? Can we do that on our income? Was that we have now? No. All I remember was my mom and dad had to have, and just like they say in Jamaica, man, you got to have 2 jobs, man. You got to have 2 jobs, was it in order to cover. So to me, you had to, like says, do that. So you have to have a second stream of income. But then another little piece of pie, a lot of us like to travel. And so, you know, go ahead and for this has helped me for have the ability to help a few friends to show them for how they can have a second stream of income to travel. Next slide. And then why do we do this? We do this because our family. If you notice this picture, I think about for like it says, Nana, Papa, for and like it says, my wife, son, and daughters for. But hey, you know, we have a lot of people here for that's in the UAE and they're expats, just like myself. Or as we say, OFW, for overseas foreign workers. For and why do we do that? Because hey, maybe if you're at home, was in the Philippines, or in Nigeria, in Cameroon, for all over the world, maybe you're not making enough money in your home country, so you have to go out for and venture out. So you're traveling overseas. Next slide. And now we get into reality. The reality is, and I'm for sure you like me, when I was growing up, my mom and dad, and even for some of the, like it says, when I read the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, remember they talked about this reality, the life cycle. You study for all your life, you go to school, make the good grades, and then you go down for and work for someone. Why? Works for someone because hey, that was the typical cycle. And you work long and hard hours. And that's the reality cycle. But hey, you got to have for 3 streams of income, just like I said, Jamaica, man, we had to have 3 jobs for us to have to, for us, like I said, in order to do it. So next slide. Now the reality is just like I told you, let's say for you got out of college, for now you may be around in the age of 23 to 25, and you got your study job, but we already know, Jamal, come on, for that you don't have the study job now. For the reality is you hit your 40, for you've been employed, and now you're getting like me, for you hit the age 60, and now you're thinking, oh man, I want to retire. And you already know within the Philippines or the US, you at least, man, you need about a 1.5 to retire. And hey, are you gonna make it on your job? For Hindi or no, for nada. For so now you're looking for a business. And that's why I tell people, this is the business for you, unlimited network of opportunity. And that's what drove me. The next slide. And if you notice, hey, we're gonna do the matrix. Because if you notice, that's why I put this picture up. Don't. I look like it says, Keanu Reeves in the Matrix was reloaded. I'm just gonna say, do you recognize the story? Next slide. Because we all trying to find like it says a way. And believe it or not, these gentlemen like it says, and I'm just gonna say Oliver and Herbie Chua and Mr. Williams, and I call him William Barbo. Kind of, if you notice this, they was shown in the Money magazine and all over but these are board of directors. But can you imagine? These guys have a heart and it's not just for the Philippines, they're all over just like if you notice Ms. Brown went, and even like it says, Mr. Brewster kind of talked about the process. These are the ones that created a process for us. Over 60 years of experience, and I'm just flat out excited about these guys. Next slide. If you notice and I always tell people, I'm an engineer, so we believe in documentation brings documentation. You have to have documentation brings up all those kind of things that you need to know. So we are certified. We have award. And can you imagine FDA approved from the US, and then we're here in the UAE, HALA approved. So can you imagine awards we've been like it says, UNO like it says, first choice awards and all these other this product like I said, these were the things I was looking at because like I said, me being an engineer, they talk about you got to have quantitative methods. We got to have the vision, we got to have the mission. And then when I saw the awards, hey, I was sold, okay? So next slide, please. And hey, here we go. If you notice, look at this guy. Who is this guy for? Hey, I think it's me. And he's putting up the UNO sign, unlimited network of opportunity. What? When people look at this photo, they say, wait a minute, Amon, you're not 62, you look like you're 45. I said, hey, this is what good living and products do for you, but you also got to have faith in God, faith in the things around you, and also for Allah. So hey, next slide, please. And hey, remember I told you I was in the military. Do you know this guy I'm standing next to? I'm the one, if you notice, like it says, on the left side, hey, Morgan Freeman. When I think about the military, like it says, a soldier's duty is never done. I had the opportunity, for his dude. Can you imagine at the NAACP Awards to be the escort of Mr. Morgan Freeman, Oscar award winner, Academy Award winner? That's why I tell people the military we not only like it says fight for our freedom and also, but we also have some good time. And see, this is the engineers duty for armed forces. Just was so flat out excited had opportunity. Hey, he's down to earth type person. So you meet all these people when you're doing this business. Next slide. And remember, I just wanted to also throw this out because I believe in God above all. We just had an exceptional like it said, Easter happy like it's the resurrection day. Just wanted to give a thumbs up and say praise God and Allah, because hey, without him we wouldn't be here. Hey, and without like it says, I know this product was like it says heaven sent. Hey, next slide. And hey, like I told you, here's me like it says, I'm here and believe not in Nigeria training some soldiers. And like I said, a soldier's duty is never done. And remember I told you I'm a civil engineer, a trainer, but also these are all culminations like it says, dealing with the heat. You have to find a supplement. And believe not, doing this heat, I could have used some like it says, some juice that we have like it says. I love all the supplements. Next slide. And here I am like it says, a soldier's duty is never done. In the Republic of Georgia, and boy, I guarantee they probably can need me here in the Ukraine, because hey, things are happening right now. But I had a phone call the other day, so they told me to hold tight where I'm at because they may need my services. So, but hey, that's another story. Hey, Jeremiah, come on. Let's go to the next slide. See, now we're gonna start with. Then you heard my accolades, being a Ruby executive, doing the business, but it's not about me being a Ruby executive. I was saying how many people I can bring in the business and they also achieve the rank. These are two of my, like it says, I'm just gonna say, my people that I brought into the business, And we're doing a presentation, and I'm sharing the opportunity. If you notice here, it says becoming the blessings to help others become blessings with unlimited network of opportunity for Premier Force. And that's what it's just really all about. How many people I can bring in, but also help them to earn some additional income for us and raise to the rank for us of also consultant for us, also Sapphire, and for us 2 rubies on my team and stuff like that too. So it's not about me, it's about how many people you have helped today. And I remember Mr. Zig Ziglar would always say, if you help enough people get what you want, you'll have everything that you want. So, hey, next slide, please. And see, here it is, bringing another person for us from the Philippines, this is Kuya, like it says, Randolph, like it says, and this is the team around. If you're talking about a supporting cast, this is the supporting cast. And these are, my members, here, like it says, can you imagine? Team here in UAE, but also Nigeria, India, Pakistan, like it says, the US. Hey, it's about helping people. How many people have you helped today? And what is your why? My why is about all of you all, Can you imagine just helping people? Next slide. If you notice, here's another person, and if you notice, and she was Muslim, believe it or not, halal, we sat down and noticed, she did not only get 1 package, she got 2. So if you do your work right, like it says, if you notice this picture, we always want to share the highlights. Can't say enough about how we help others earn some second streams of income, but not just second streams of income. Can you imagine organic products? Like it says, the virgin coconut oil, your toothpaste, your lotion. And all we know is, just like we say in Jamaica and Florida, man, you got to change your brand. Yes, all it is changing your brand, man. You're going from, like it says, as what we say, profitable consumerism. That's all you're doing is change your brand, man. Next slide. And hey, my duty is never done. Like it says, when Ms. Brown, and also Uno, like it says, staff, text me and call me about doing, like it says, another presentation. Hey, it's not about me, it's about you. How many times can I help you doing this presentation? I mean, like it says, like it says, Uno certified, like it says, English, but hey, I've even sat in, and done, how they says, Uno shop, doing it with Tagalog, and like I tell them, it's not about the language. The language be overrun when you look at your paycheck and says, hey, man, do I have to have 3 jobs, or I can have a second string of income? So I am a servant like it's a servant leader. So I give honor to God, but also the BODs and the team that's on here Saying can't say enough about, it's about helping others. Next slide. And see, TOPS. And if you notice this TOPS training, this says training, orientation, principles for success. Certified in that English here in the UAE, but hey, I've been to Bahrain, been to Qatar, been to like it says, the US, the Philippines, doing these presentations to let them know this is not just a Filipino product, it's your product. Like it says, first US, but also Ruby Executive, but not just Ruby Executive, your Ruby Executive, and gets consultants on the team from India, consultants on the team from Philippines, consultants and Sapphires on the team from, believe it or not, Ghana and all over. So it's not about me, it's about you all. Next slide. And if you notice, like it says, just wanted to put it on here so people know, I do this thing with speed and boldness. Yes, I'm a U.S. citizen, and like it says, I've met like it says, this product is unlimited network opportunity, but it's not about me, but I want to let you know you can stand out if you, like it says, do this product. It says, don't be like what we say in the U.S., FBI, like it says, and I'm saying FBI like it says, Federal Bureau of, no, not Federal Bureau, it says, don't be lost in the sauce. You get the products and then you don't share with. I had one friend, believe it or not, I'm just gonna tell you a little short story. Had one friend of mine that, he was doing the business. And I'm gonna go and talk to everyone. Just like it says, I'm here at the McDonald's and I'm talking loud. People over here looking at me seeing what I'm talking about. When I get done, I'm probably gonna have at least 2 more presentations when I get done with this one, because hey, it's about sharing opportunity. So that's where I'm gonna stand out. But hey, you also stand out for unlimited network of opportunity and the BODs. Next slide. And see, these are the products. And I put these on here so remember I told you all, these are the ones that I use personally. So I can't talk on no one else. This is my testimony for here. Remember with this cobra, the zinc, for the Ultimate C, for like I said, and for the virgin coconut oil. Since the pandemic started, I've been negative, and I have to contribute for, like I said, I'm just gonna say for Immune Unlimited for network power within the reach. And you have it also. So just wanted to let you know that with the network of opportunity, get your virgin coconut oil on your Ultimate C or your zinc and help fight for, like I said, the COVID. And if not just fight the COVID, these are also the products that help calm me down with my hypertension, calm me down like I said, with my heart condition, for stuff like that. But also, can you imagine the Ultimate C when you're going out like I said, your electrolytes and you out on a run, I pop up a couple of Ultimate C and hey, don't have to worry about get dehydrated. Next slide. What I also wanted to talk about if you notice those products we also have a daily class like it says, as what we say FSO and it's like really about just talking about the products and all the stuff I've learned about this product, but not just being an athlete I learned from the food supplement orientation and if you notice, just wanted to show you, hey, it's real money in this business. If you notice, as a Rubens executive like it says, 1 star can you imagine 340,799 pesos can you imagine that? That was just like it says, doing this business, sharing it with others and getting out can you imagine that? Hey, the sky's the limit, but you got to choose and decide, next slide. And then had to throw up like I said, we may have a few people that understand the Tagalog the cycle, but remember it's a rat race. You go to school you get on your job and you go to work like I said, and it's a continuous cycle it's like the rat race. And hey, are we gonna be a part of the rat race? I'm gonna show you how you can I'm gonna go back to my oxymoron from Jamaica, man. You got to not think that like it says have to have 3 jobs, man. You can go ahead and get off the rat race and use Uno like it says with the consumerism, as I would say, profitable consumerism. Next slide. And see, this is the one I was telling you about and this has come every month thus far. They started something new Uno Shop and this is just like, and I'm just gonna say, it's just like Amazon. Can you imagine that? Uno has Amazon. That's what I get so fat and excited. I'm sitting here talking loud in the McDonald's, but that's why I'm fat and excited because can you imagine they have an e-commerce unlimited network shop, or as what we say, the packaging store they have that too. But can you imagine, when they first started this one, and I'm just gonna say, can you imagine they started this and the trainer was in Tagalog and they told me, this is, but Kuya, you American, you only know like it says, Conti Long. I said, yeah, I know Conti Long, but I'm gonna take the course anyway. So I took the course it was all in Tagalog. And look, this is the results. And I have been getting this every month since. So can you imagine? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Some will, some won't. Hey, I just keep moving on because hey, I'm just so fat and excited about Uno, so fat and excited about, helping others. But hey, I did this can you imagine? And we even have a U.S. account like it says, if you want to do this we also have this in the U.S. and all over. So hey, check it out. Next slide. And look, and they said there's no money to be made. Can you imagine? This was my first check and I'm not bragging by boasting, but I'm bragging and boasting about what you can do if you believe and the sky's the limit and say, God, I'm looking for another stream of income. And I'm just going to use my accent again. Oh, Jamal, come on. I need to have another job. No, man, I don't need another job. I'm going to just try Uno. So, hey, I got my first check from Uno 542. Can you imagine? Not pesos. Can you imagine? Like 542 dirhams. Hey, and that just that's on a rough day. Can you imagine that? Next slide. See, here's a copy of a check. Just want to let you know it's real, real money. But you got to, like it says, you just can't sit at home and say, oh, woe is me. Because I've never done that. Even when I was competing in track and football, I looked on the field and I said, oh, those guys are good, but I'm going to be better. Because guess why? You know why? Because I had the aberration and the desire. And that's when your why comes in. Why are you doing this? I'm doing it for my family. No, I'm doing it for you. So, hey, next slide. I'm just so fat and excited. And see, this is the Uno shop. Can you imagine? 22,000 for, like I said, in purchases, and then 400 points. And they said, what? It can't be done? Huh? All I know is, so a man will say, it can't be done. So he would have chuckled with pride. For some will, some won't. Hey, just keep going to the next. We don't need another job, Mom. We just need Uno, Uno. Next slide. And see, we also have fun. You know, we also did the heart and mind for, like it says, training. That's why if you see the team here, we have on black. So you get some good training for us with Uno. And I just couldn't say enough about was the heart and mind for, you know, you start to learn how to develop your why, but also, you know, they take you through some training that pushes you to the limit to say, okay, am I doing this for my family? Am I doing this for my family? Or am I doing this for me? And doing this training, believe not, it's a combination of all of it. And this was doing training plus Christmas time. Hey, can't say enough about Uno. You know, if you think about Uno, and I'm just gonna say this, Uno, we love to have fun. We love to have parties and stuff like that. And that's just the Filipino culture. So that's what kind of also embraced me. We love having fun. We love making money. You know, let me just go to the next slide. I'm just a little flat out excited. See, during the Christmas time, we're hanging out in the park, and guess what? We had a person that saw us in the park and believe it or not, became a member. So like I'm telling you, you can do this business from anywhere, or no matter what type of occasion it is. It could be Christmas, it could be Hanukkah, it could be for, like it says, we just had for, like it says, you know, and I'm just gonna say holy day, for I call it holy Uno Day, man. It's about making money, man. Next slide. And see, the team just kept going. I was here, believe it or not. This one I was in Bahrain, was like it says traveling, for like it says with the BODs, was, and also was Wilson Filipino, he was talking. So hey, me and for like it says team members, hey, we went to Bahrain also. You know, next slide. And then for this is also, look, can you imagine? This is in Qatar. You see who's there? For hey, Ruby Executive. Was Adolfo was, hey, I'm gonna be where the party is, but hey, I'm gonna be where the action is in Uno. So hey, that's what it's all about. How many people have I helped today? Or can I help you today? Hey, you can join us. All you got to do is change your brand. Because remember, Ms. Brown once said, it's 4 easy steps. Think about it. 4 easy steps. Signing up, for using the product, and then find 4 people who just flat out excited like me. I tell you. Next slide. And see, like I told you, I'm also a servant for, like it says, you know, servant of Christ, but a servant for is of Uno. And like it says, if they tell me for, like it says, out of the blue, you know, you're going to do a business talk, I tell people, no problem. Let's just talk business. And hey, we're just having a conversation. And that's what this is. It's nothing more than a conversation for us. And hey, I'm here for you, but hey, not just here for you, but here for unlimited network of opportunity. Next slide. And see, and they says there's no money made. I put this up here just for GP, so people that's listening or maybe on the call, if you see, it's like Eagles Online for support system with Wilson Filipino. Hey, give a shout out to the Eagles Online support system. But hey, but also, can you imagine 2028, 43 for US dollars. But hey, what's that in pesos? That's in 1 month. Almost 100,000. Can you imagine? 100,000. And they said you can't make no money. I tell people, you know, can't make no money because you're not talking to enough people. This is a people business, man. I have to go back to my accent. You know, we need a second stream of income, and hey, the stream of income is here for you, man. Because you can do it. That's what I'm just letting you know. Next slide. And hey, here it is, standing here for posing for in the head office and look Dubai, but also for, like I said, in the, you know, here in Abu Dhabi. Just want to let people know, you look at me, do I look like a 62-year-old? Huh. No, man. Like says, I can almost get out and outrun some of the young guys today. You know why? Because hey, it's about the supplements and what you put in your system. You know, like I was just telling, Kuya, Moses, and Ron Rodolfo was from the Philippines. I said, you know, it's like you being a Ferrari, but can you imagine if you put the wrong supplements in your system? Are you gonna run like a Ferrari? No, you may run like a Toyota or like it says, or a Ford. But hey, I'm off a Raleigh man, so I'm gonna put some good system in the body. So hey, that's me right there. Next slide. And see, told you, a servant leader when he was calling me up and say, hey, come on down for Adolfo, come on to the Philippines and tell your story. And like I said, I'm humble for telling the story some people was looking for the supplements, and that's what I was looking for, the supplements, and I found the supplements, but I also found some second streams of income. And how many people can I help today? Like it says, yeah, 50 people on my right, 50 people on my left. And like it says, when I look at them, I says, what is your rank? And I asked them, okay, you're a consultant, you're a supervisor. Now we need to work on people getting sapphire, work on people getting ruby. Hey, how many people have I helped today? And that's what I'm trying to do to you. All you're doing, man, is change your brand. How many jobs you want, man? So hey, I'm a servant leader. Praise God. Praise Uno, the BODs, and the team here on this call. Next slide. And if you notice, like it says, one of the top earners and if you notice in this picture, yes, for Filipinos, but hey, you see one guy, and who is this guy? Adolfo Bethune, civil engineer, like it says, product manager, U.S. Army, but can you imagine an athlete, but a Black American, can you imagine that? That's what, like it says, I relate to like it says, the Nigerian team on the Red Lions, I talk to them often. I talk to so many others, and they say, wow, so you really make money? And I tell them, hey, here's my checks, and I show them my back office, says, wow, this thing is real. I said, no, it's real if you make it real. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, man, you got to make it real for yourself. When I first started this, it was really about the supplements for me. But then I saw people like I'm sitting here in McDonald's. I'm saying, how many people can I help today to have a second stream of income? Maybe it's like it says, the goals in their life, a savings, the retirement, the travel, but also maybe help college. But then we already know OFWs, why we're here, expats. Next slide. That's why I get so fat excited. See, that's some more training. And this meeting, believe it or not, we was like I said, down in Qatar, and hey, fat excited. People like I said, just everywhere. Like they tell me, they say, wow, you just travel all around doing Uno. I said, no, some of these things was, travel incentives just like we told you since you reach one of the highest positions, sometimes you can travel around and it's free. But I also tell people, remember, it's about this is a business. And I'm just gonna say that. Can you imagine you travel around, you keep your receipts, and we already know, in the US, can you imagine if I go to Qatar and if I talk about the business, that's a write-off. Hey, that's one tip. Oh, gold nugget. Hey, it's a write-off. So you want to write that one off. Then I wrote off like it says, Bahrain. I wrote off here in the UAE. When I bought this nice suit. It's a write-off. Hey, I'm sitting here talking to you right now. It's a write-off. So I'm just trying to let you know. Here on the tips, if you have your own business, everything is a write-off for you. So hey, you got to remember that. Next slide. And see, the team again, can't say enough about this one believe not, was in a lane, who was having an event, of course. I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna go where the people are, and I tell my story. And so they can see another complexion, but also another race to let them know Uno is real. And if you see in the back, that's me in the purple shirt. That's my favorite color. And just want to give a shout out to the Eagles team international and the Red Lions team. All the teams was in Uno. Next slide. So see, here's another presentation. And like it says, can't say enough about the team. There is support here it's not just for the Filipinos, it's not for Nigerians, not just from India. No matter whatever your nationality is, you can do this business, but you got to have a why. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. My why was can you imagine helping? How many people I can help today and it's about helping you, but also probably consumerism getting your second stream of income on. Next slide. See, out like it says, and this, believe not, this meeting was with the BODs. When you reach also can you imagine the top event? The BODs also have an event like it says, after the event, where you sitting down, they telling you like it said, they gave me some goals. When I first started in Uno, I'm sitting down with, believe not, Mr. Wilson Filipino, but also like it says, so William Barber, he said, look, you're the first. for US citizen. I want you to make one of the highest ranked was in the position. So I started working towards that. I started looking at how many people I could talk to today. And like I said, just like today was the modern about, I've talked already to 50 people was here was as I was walking about. And see, it's about the numbers game. Some will, some won't. But hey, the BODs have a mission, and this is one of the planning meetings was with the team. He kind of gave us specific goals, what he wanted us to have done. And hey, you either up for it or you're not up for it. So I'm an athlete. I love a challenge. So hey, same man. So I had to get another, so I don't have to get another third job, man. Next slide. And look, I'm in the gym, just like I told y'all for, like I said, sitting down, talking to one of the trainers. And if you notice, for this is the first choice gym. And I'm sitting there talking to him about the supplements, talking to him about, for like it says, and he looked at me and he said, you know, you look like a pretty fit guy. So I asked him, like I know ask a lot of people, how old do you think I am? He said, 45. I said, and I showed him my agama here. He said, wow, you was born in 1960. He said, so that means you, no way. 62. I said, hey, supplements, baby. But I said, I also work out for us. But I said, you are what you was made for. And that's what I tell most people, you know, if you think about for when you're growing up, for then you may have some, like says, going through some trial times and what we have had during this pandemic. For get on your knees and pray just like I do each and every day. For but I know within my mind for set was mine. I'm gonna help you today, but also help myself. And I also tell myself, I got to take the supplements. So hey, that's what Uno has done for me. Unlimited network of opportunity for profitable consumerism. And hey, I'm gonna pop my virgin coconut oil, my zinc, and my grape seed, but also my Ultimate C. And hey, that's what it's all about. Next slide. And see, going back again, for I had another member to come on board, and this was our team color. So, you know, it's about how many people have I helped today. And if you notice on these slides, how many new people have you seen come into business? And it's just like anything else for us. A lot of people say, you know, wow, you got to pay for the product. I say, yes, you pay for your schooling, right? I said, yeah. You pay for, like it says, your clothes you have on, yeah. Well, so hey, a lot of this stuff is not free. And that's what I tell most people, you get what you pay for. And just like, of course, I tell most people, I look at the suit, I look at me, of course, and people say, yes, you're only 45, and that's what you look like. And I said, but you know why? Because what I put in my system, I'm a Ferrari baby, was like it says, and that's what I tell most people just have to go back to my oxymoron, I'm not gonna have to 2 jobs because hey, I'm looking for multiple streams of income. And hey, unlimited network of opportunity, Uno has that for you. Next slide. See, and then can you imagine this is one of the sales rallies? And like I told y'all was about business, was doing this business, you got to have fun. And that's what Uno was have. Doing the sales rally, we had fun. If you notice, was like we stepped out, and this is our stepping out occasion, but it's like our sales rally for, you know, being one of the top earners, hanging out with the top earners here. But can you imagine being flat excited about doing things that we love doing, helping people? And that's what it's all about. How many people can I help today? I just love and you know, that's one thing about the Filipino community, for they love partying, they love having fun. But can you imagine being one of those guys that making money, but then you don't have no friends, for like it says, don't go out? Is that a good business? Nah, it's not a good business. For you got to have fun. And that's what I tell most people. I look at most network marketing businesses with, if they're having fun and helping people, for hey, I'm in. And that's what, hey, what Uno is about, having fun, helping people. And how many people have you helped today? As Zig Ziglar said, help enough people get what they want. You have everything you want, Mom. Next slide. And see, going back to the, for like it says, you know, this is Abu Dhabi, for like I said, back in 2017, for, you know, if you notice, I'm in this picture also, and this is my, for like it says, the person that brought me in was my wife's best friend, Nelia Namanya, for, you know, and also Arnold, for like it says, you know, these were for my, like I said, my people for that I looked up to, and they supported me wholeheartedly. And this is a throwback. I'm just gonna say, yeah, whoa, it's a throwback. Throwback from 2017, when I've only been in the business for a year, and look, already for up at the top. But not just me, for I help 50 other people get to the top too. For like I said, supervisor, consultant for Sapphire. Next slide, please. And see, we also had, look, told you we were having fun again. We're doing a little skit, for this is Abu Dhabi's for his branch, for we're doing a product fair. And can you imagine, look, you know, we're not for international, I'm just gonna say Eagles International colors, but hey, we were doing a skit here, for like I said, believe it or not, in the picture was to your left was, can you imagine, we're doing a skit about the products and if you notice, I got on my dreadlocks, man, I'm doing, like it says, my accent, I had the 2 jobs, man, and how I covered the 2 jobs. I used my grape seed. I used my virgin coconut oil, man. And look at my place, magic cream, man. Huh? Next slide. But then I want to get it on the serious side. Can you imagine? Notice I told you about the president. Can you see a company to where you can rub elbows with the president of a company? Mr. Sir William Barbo training us was at an event. I'm here hanging out with him, and he was also giving us a game plan. So can you imagine hanging out with one of the BODs, and he's telling us, this is what I want you to have done, but also giving us some tips. So this is the only company I know that you can hang out with, the BODs or one of the board of directors, and he kind of shares his vision with you. So, hey, I was in. Next slide, please. So just wanted to go back again, like it says, I put this one up. Remember, it's not about the money, but then for most people, it is about the money. So wanted to show this again, that it is some real money for reach one of the highest for his position. Ruby Executive this is my commission for the Ruby Executive was just one income. Can you imagine that? But I also had some other streams of income, like I said, from the Uno shop, the packaging store, and all other little things. So, there is money to be had and can you imagine being a U.S. Afro-American doing this business with speed and boldness, man. I have to go back to my accent. No 2 jobs, man, just like it says, it's for second streams of income on. Next slide. And now this was me like I said, can you imagine seeing your name up on the board at the sales rally for Adolphus Maurice Bethune, 1 star for Ruby Executive. And that was the highlight of my career, believe it or not, and just the sky's the limit for us in Uno. Can you imagine being the first U.S. citizen, UAE top earner like I said, and also, consistent just doing it and having the people around us and hearing the clap, but also seeing, and after this, we had the festivities, man. We had the party, we had the good time. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, it's about having fun. How many people have you helped today, man? Next slide. And see, this is what I drove. Most people would say, wow, man, you had the Hummer. I said, yeah, this was my vehicle. But can you imagine? I've had a Tahoe. I've had, like it says, just turned AMI, like it says, Nissan, Pajero, stuff like that. And these are all the vehicles that I could get not just like it says, just for Uno, but can you imagine helping others to get their vehicles too. And this is one of the vehicles that I got with Uno. If you notice, if you zoom in on the what's called, on the hub, it's the Uno symbol in the window, but also on the tire. So hey, sky's the limit. Next slide. So now I want to end and I don't know who brought you on this call or to do this like it says, you've had like it says, extremely exceptional speakers on the call, the sheriffs, like myself and a few others. But hey, I tell most people, you would be like it says, the potential of earning income, no matter where you're from. India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Cameroon, the US, the Philippines, man. No matter where, Jamaica, man. You can do this business, but hey, you get to have the why. And my why is you. So just wanted to say, go get back to the person that brought you on this call. Hey, this is Adolphus Bethune, civil engineer from the US, Black American, or I'll just say an American. And hey, thank you. Thank you. The love is there. Can't say enough about Uno Unlimited Network Opportunity, but also the team of Ms. Brown and the team there like it says, Mr. Brewster my brother that just had the surgery. Hey, the prayers is always there, but we already know Uno this word is that Unlimited Network of Opportunity, man. And hey, and I'm out, man. No 2 jobs, man. Just so flat out excited, man.
How about a round of applause for our Payaman man here? He's truly an icon. He is truly an icon. I love, your photos just reminded me of when I was in the Philippines and how I felt really good talking to a whole bunch. I mean, they really know. I know my team tells me all the time, Bronwyn, you like to throw us under the bus. And for an American, it's just like, we really push you, but with good intentions. And the reason why I'm able to talk to you today now is that someone trusted me that I can actually talk to 24,000 people the first day that they met me. I was taken aback. And, just like you sat and talked at the Coliseum, talked to Bahrain. I tell you, US folks that are here today, we are taking Uno on the road.
That's right.
What Adolphus is experiencing, we're going to do that in all 50 states. That I can promise you. Because now that COVID is down, sales rally is in the horizon. We're going to invite our international global partners. You're number one on the list, Miss Kelly. We are going to want you here. Bethune, everyone here, you're invited, because that is our vision. We have the products here. We have the distribution center here. We are opening up new programs, and we have testimonies that are US based. If you're gonna see that, I invite my team, my US team here in Cincinnati, and also in California, the UNO that's pioneering in California, Charlene. Everyone, please turn on your video as you can, because I want you to look at the faces of UNO here in the United States, who is willing to help you build in your country and build here in the US and build wherever you are. We are so confident that we are gonna make it. Charlene is from California. Yeah. Thank you. Turn on your because we're gonna do our Kodak moment, because this is monumental. You just lit up the fire, Adolphus, of what we are gonna to look forward to.
I also wanted to show you all, I had to use my other phone, but hey, this was Moses who I was talking to. He heard the presentation. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I get so flat out excited. You can do this business from anywhere. He heard me was on the call just wanted to, kind of show, he's from Lebanon, from Cameroon, from the African country. So hey, tell you. And now I get one other guy looking at me from India. So I'll talk to him after we get done. So hey, we can do this with speed and boldness. So I just wanted to tell you, Mom, we can have it done. We can do it, Mom.
And we're just starting. And you know what? I want to encourage people in the US that sometimes, it is sometimes feel like an uphill battle. And we are in many group chats, and we're going to say, what is it ever going to happen? Is it going to happen? Yes, it will happen. Going slow to go fast is good, because all the other countries, they are top ranked, especially in the Philippines, but we learn from them. And this is the reason why, like God has not given us the whole impact here in the United States. But when it happens, it will happen, and the world will be conquered in itself. So please be inspired by what Bethune said. That what he was showing us is for real. And the US team here who's gonna stay on and hang tight, because the only goal is to who are you gonna help today? Because someone out there is hurting, whether they are in pain physically or they're in pain monetarily. Who knows the answer? And I would like to welcome Donna Wells. Donna, thank you for coming in. What I love about UNO is that we all start on equal footing. You don't have to be highly educated. We all are at equal footing when we start. And then we rise above because we help each other. Everybody brings value to the table. So I know it's 12:29. I want to clap my hands for the people in the Philippines, because it is past midnight. Everybody knows this always happens when we come together. We come together. In the US, it's like, okay, be short and direct and then be done with it. But not with UNO. In the UNO world, we want to take our time. We want to take our time to share the blessings. We want to take our time to celebrate people for what they've accomplished. And if one or two people has a takeaway out of those things, be it. If one person signs up today, be it. But I want you to be confident enough. Next week, there are going to be more people coming. And if there's anything that we can improve with what we're doing today, let us know. Because if your success is our success. So I thank you for being here. And Ms. Kelly, thank you for, can you please take our Kodak photo shoot? And then we're gonna let these people go. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you, Adolphus, again, Ms. Bronwyn and the US team.
All right, thank you. Stay in touch. Now, reminder now, please, the first US food supplement orientation happening tonight in the United States, 9 p.m. here in Eastern Standard Time. And then look out for the poster. We're gonna, so in California is a little bit earlier. Let's do this. And please, I encourage everyone, food supplement orientation in English. And so if you have anything that you need to ask Ms. Rowena, one of our special presenter, please go ahead and write down those notes so we can ask her directly. And that's gonna be a regular structure that we're gonna implement. But I have to tell you guys, we can only keep the structure if people come. We can build, but we want to make sure that people come. So UNO will keep supporting us, okay? This is out of the goodness of their heart. They're offering that platform. And Bethune, I really want to thank you for emphasizing the value of UNO Shop. You know, for you to be bold attending among the Filipinos, and you're the only person who's an American, and you plowed through and you made money. So in the United States, the proof is in the pudding. Bethune showed you that he made money out of the UNO Shop. So there's no reason why any of us, like all 12 of us, really have UNO shops, but we're not working it. Now, Bethune, the last, give us like 2 minutes of your time. Give us a quick tip on how you made your UNO Shop sales.
Well, and I'll tell you, it was just like, if you notice, I'm a talker. So when I'm out and about, like it says, with the UNO Shop, you know, I even got some products in my bag now. Like it says, some 8-in-1 coffee, like the Ultimate Seed Pack. So, you know, I'm using those things as I'm out. So you got to, like I said, be creative nowadays. And just like I've learned some little techniques from, you know, being in the social media network, marketing, area. It's about your gimmick. And my gimmick is, like I said, if you put on a suit, the first time you walk in a store, people going to talk to the person that has a suit on. So I put on a suit, put on a shirt and tie, and I'm bringing this stuff. And I'm sitting here, believe it or not, in McDonald's. And when I walked in, of course they're going to ask you, but then I had 4 other people now just watching me now. Like I said, so it's about the attitude first. Walk with speed and boldness. And like I said, I like to have fun. If you notice where I kind of throw out to you, says, you know, I kind of use my Jamaica accent, man. So if I'm going to use the accent, kind of play with it, but then I also, like I said, took my water and dropped mine for Ultimate C in it. And then the guy asked me, Kuya says, where did you get that supplement from? So I showed him, I went to my phone, and that's what, like it says, I have 2 phones. I don't know about your phone. Does your phone make money for you? Mine does. Because when I'm out and about, I pull up my UNO Shop and I said, hey, check out this product. So then I get their name and number. I said, so hey, you have some time? Can I get your name and number? So I got, believe it or not, Moses. I got his name and number. So I'm gonna have a presentation with him tomorrow. Then also Kuya for Rodolfo. I have also a meeting with him the next day. So those are the tips I'm trying to tell you. You can't be, like it says, what I brought up to your FBI person. If you're doing UNO, don't be, like it said, Shalana about it, because hey, you may have a family member that I'm over here talking to in the UAE, and then you'll find out in the US, no, I didn't know you was doing UNO, but hey, Adolfo do, because I'm gonna talk to everyone. I'm gonna tell them about the UNO Shop. I'm gonna tell them about the UNO like it says, packaging store. And now we have the lifestyles. That's what, if you notice, my topic was life. The lifestyle is another little tool that, hey, the BODs have brought on to us. So, you know, there are techniques out there, but you got to be, like it says, as we already say, here in the UAE for the OFWs, they're here you know, for the family. And that's what it's all about, your why. Was, and my why is, how many people can I help today? And like I said, I got 2 other people here, was I've already made eye contacts. And here in the McDonald's, I'm gonna walk over to them, introduce myself, let them know what I'm doing, but also let them know I got my little, you know, I'm just gonna show you all this. You have your packets? Huh. You better look, man, you better have your packets with you, man. Because if you want to make money, you can't make money, man, if you don't have your packet. I have inside the
that is
packet.
really powerful. I'm glad that you said that, because you do carry, like, now we're really into our marketing. Just for general information, everyone here, you're in the US. We are, Jeffrey Brewster is spearheading a campaign. It's called Flying Pig, and it's in May 1st. There's about 32,000 expected crowd that'll be drawn from all over the world, all over from the United States. And we are gonna be there. We are gonna have a canopy that has our UNO logo, our faces. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be handing out juices, and we're gonna be handing out pigs in a blanket. So that's one thing that we are planning. And then the second thing is that we have an event at Fashion on the Fountains. So Fountain Square is a go-to place in Cincinnati. And we are drawing thousands of crowds. So for the first time, we are bolder. The team here in Cincinnati are bolder to carry our, our branding, put out all our information about UNO. I just hope that UNO will be ready for us. And that's because we have been hidden and have not done much in over 2 years because of COVID. We have new partners like Donna and everyone here, and Nicole, that has so much energy and ready to roll. So I invite you guys, if you have US people, if you have US folks that you want to share the business, so you can build your business wherever you are, we are here for you. And you're going to be seeing more of us as we step out there. The weather is getting nicer, and I promise you, we're going to take UNO on the road. Now, if anyone has actually seen the Route 66 route from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica, California, that is what I'm organizing in about a year's time. I am imagining a bandwagon with all of our distributors in the Midwest, or on this side, on the East side. We are gonna get on that bandwagon, and you're invited, Adolphus, because you're in the US. So we're gonna get on the bandwagon, go through all of the states, all across the states, all the way to Santa Monica, California, where we are gonna meet the rest of our partners in California. So mark my word, it's gonna happen. We'll pick up Ruth in Lebanon, Missouri, all these states. Remember, write this down: California, New York, New Jersey, Texas, Illinois. These are the states that we need to pay attention to, because our success will be massive, okay? So with that said, thank you so much. Hope to see you next Wednesday. Bethune, thank you so much for your inspiring presentation. And for the 13 people that are hanging on, we love you. And US
And they know
team
what I need to
members.
get with. By your mind.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Bye-bye,
much,
guys.
Mr. Bitoon.
See you guys tonight, 9 p.m. Okay, please show up. Please show up.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Salamat.
Bye-bye. Love you
Is
guys.
it 10 for me?